When it comes to shopping for new clothes, I feel like I always stick to the same brands. And honestly, the more I thought about it, the more I realized that this really does hold me back from trying new things. Which is funny because that is something that I always talk about. It is really important to step out your comfort zone and try new things because you never know what you're gonna like until you actually try it. And that's exactly why today, and honestly from here on out, quite often I'm gonna be trying out a new place. I'm gonna be picking up clothes from a brand that I've never tried before, whether it's a brand that I just found out about recently or it's a brand that everyone talks about I just never tried out before. And to start off this series today, I'm gonna be trying out a brand that I've always seen on my Instagram, and that is gonna be called Hours. Now their ads have been all over my Instagram. When I checked them out, I really like their pieces and I've been wanting to try them out for a while now. I just never got around to it, but then I realized how important it is to try new places because like I said, you just never know how you're gonna like it. So I ended up picking a few pieces from Hours. I'm gonna be trying out, see how I like it. I'm gonna be rating everything. I'm gonna be rating the price, if it's worth it, the actual clothes, how I like the pieces, how I'm gonna style it. Literally all of that I'm gonna be doing today. Now when it comes to Hours, looking through their Instagram, you could tell that all their clothes are really minimal. They're really clean. They're definitely way more about comfort rather than clothes for going out. And me personally, this is one of my favorite ways to dress. I think this is one of the best fashion trends out there. The whole idea of being able to look good and stay comfortable at the same time with sweatpants, hoodies, anything like that, I've been a really big fan of. And from what I've seen, Hours looks like a good place, but today we're going to be finding out for sure. So I'm going to be unboxing the package and I'm going to be seeing exactly how I like it. Like I said, they've been popping up all over my Instagram ads, and from what I could tell, it's definitely an up and coming brand. So I'm really excited to be checking this out. So I ended up getting 3 pieces like I mentioned earlier. I ended up getting a quarter zip. If you've been following the channel, you would know I'm a huge fan of quarter zips. I think they look really clean. And then I got a heavyweight long sleeve shirt. And finally, I got a pair of sweatpants. Now, all 3 of these pieces combined ended up coming out to about $140, which at this point is pretty average for some high quality pieces. So today, again, I'm going to be checking them out. I'm going to be trying them out to see if they're actually worth the price, because yes, there are some places out there that you can get more pieces for that same price, but at this point, it just comes down to how good the quality is. Me personally, when I'm checking out pieces like this that are trying to stay comfortable and look good at the same time, quality is really important to me just because I want something kind of heavy so that way I can stay warm, especially right now where it's kind of cold outside. Something a bit more heavyweight is definitely going to be a good option. So as long as the quality isn't bad, I definitely feel like it can be worth the price, but right now I'm going to be finding out for sure. The first thing I'm going to be starting off with is going to be that quarter zip that I mentioned earlier. Again, I've been a really big fan of quarter zips, and something else that I've been a really big fan of is the color forest green. I feel like this is such a good colorway because not a lot of other people are wearing it, but it still looks really good. All the pieces that I got are in a size medium, and for reference, I am 5'8", I weigh 165 pounds, and for my build, I consider myself to be a bit more on the muscular side. But without wasting any more time, I'm going to be trying on these pieces. Okay, so first putting it on, I can definitely say that I definitely do like the quality of it. You can definitely feel like the material is worth the money because a lot of times if you get something for too cheap, you can tell the quality behind it just really isn't that good. First time putting it on, it feels really good and I like it so far. Next thing I'm going to do is going to be pairing it with the sweatpants that I bought. This is going to be in the color black. This one's going to be size medium, but nonetheless, I'm still excited to try it on and see how they feel. Now with the sweatpants, again, the quality does feel really good. One thing I was worried about is usually sometimes with the size medium, sweatpants can feel a little bit big on me, but the size medium was a good option for myself because I can't lie, I definitely do kind of have short legs. So sometimes the size medium looks a little bit too baggy, and honestly, that's just not my preference. I don't really like too baggy sweatpants. There's definitely a good balance of it being slim fit and not too tight, and I think these sweatpants are definitely a good option of that. The next piece that I ended up picking up is going to be a long sleeve shirt. This one's also going to be in a very similar color. Instead of this one being forest green, this is going to be a darker version of a forest green. I like this one because this one's designed to be more heavyweight, and also the color kind of has like a more vintage feel to it because it kind of looks like it's a bit washed out, which I'm a really big fan of that whole washed look. I think it looks a little bit better in my opinion. It's definitely something a little bit more different, and like I always say, I just prefer things that are a little bit different so that way it can make you stand out a little bit more. Anyways, the final piece is going to be a size medium as well. So without wasting any more time, I'm going to be trying this out. Alright, so this shirt definitely is a bit more snug. This one's a size medium. Feel like I probably should have gotten a size large. Nonetheless, this shirt still looks really good. So I could say that if you're checking out ours, if you want something a bit more oversized, maybe go a size larger. And if you want it a little bit more snug, like the way this shirt fits on me, definitely go true to size. Anyways, this one does feel really good. I'm honestly not too good at naming the materials and how they feel, but this one definitely feels a little bit different from all the rest of the shirts that I have. And I can definitely say that I really do like it. One thing that I could point out that I really do like is going to be the logo. Now the brand ours is going to be embroidered into all the pieces. I personally am a really big fan of the whole minimal aesthetic, and this company definitely does exactly that. All the pieces are really minimal, they're really clean, they're really simple. I think simple pieces look the best in men's fashion. I'm not really a huge fan of going too bold, so if you're the same way, I definitely recommend checking out this brand. Like I said, this brand has been all over my Instagram. I noticed a lot of people don't really know about this brand, but I definitely did show it off to a few of my friends already, and they said they really like the pieces. They're going to be checking it out themselves. So let me know if this interested you as well. Anyways, as far as prices go, I definitely will give it about a 7.5 out of 10. It's definitely not dirt cheap, but the quality is definitely there, so you're definitely getting what you pay for. The actual pieces themselves, I would definitely give it a 9 out of 10. I'm a really big fan of how these pieces feel, the way they look, the color options. Going through the website, I noticed this brand has a lot of good options when it comes to colors, because a lot of these colors are colors that you really don't see too much. Again, this washed out green look is a color that you don't really see too often. And also when you go onto the website, you will notice they do have quite a few options when it comes to that washed out look. Another color that I saw a lot throughout the website is going to be more of a burgundy color. I'm a really big fan of that color, so I'm definitely going to be checking out more options like that next. Going through the website, there's a few things that I wanted to point out, just because there's a lot of pieces on there that I didn't pick up, but I still wanted to show you just because I feel like they're a really good option. For example, this brown hoodie. I'm a really big fan of this color brown. I think it's such a nice color that not a lot of people are going to be wearing, and judging based on how the quarter zip feels, I'm pretty sure it's going to be around the same quality, so I definitely think it's going to be a good option. The next thing is going to be the heavyweight collection, because that's really what I had my eyes on the entire time I was on the website. Now, depending on which season you're in, the heavyweight could be a really good option, just because the colder it is outside, the more heavier I want my pieces, and a lot of these pieces look like they could keep you really warm while looking good at the same time. For example, this zip down hoodie I think could be a really good option just because it looks really good and it looks like it can keep you warm at the same time. Now again, that's really more for the colder seasons, but if it's a little bit warmer outside, I'm definitely going to be looking at the shirts because I really like the way these shirts look. And again, probably one of my favorite things about this brand is going to be the way that everything is really minimal. A lot of these pieces really only have the words ours on it, and that's really it. The designs are really clean, it's really simple, which means it's going to be really easy to wear, it's going to be really easy to style. Overall, I'll definitely give this brand an 8 out of 10. Definitely recommend checking them out, especially if you're in the market for something new. Like I mentioned earlier, trying out new things is definitely going to be something that I'm going to be trying a lot, especially this year, because before this I would go to the same stores over and over again, but it definitely does get repetitive. Always good to try something new, and I'm definitely going to be turning this into a series. I'm definitely going to be checking out more brands that, again, I've never heard of, or I have heard of, but I just never ended up checking out. So definitely comment some brands that you would like me to check out, or let me know if you're excited for this series. If you are, make sure to leave a like. I would really appreciate it. I'm going to leave a button for you to do that because in this channel, I simplify men's fashion. And if you want to see more videos of that, here are a few that I think could really help you out. But anyways, other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.